Watija.
Ah, everything all right. Everything good.
Is fine by God's grace.
Ria.
Let's go to Martinez.
Martinez, let's come to
She's
you.
everything.
She is.
Thank you.
Everything. Definition of everything.
Yes.
It's fantastic. So interested in this one.
Leave fantastic out. All right, we are starting with a big story. Our first story, yes, and this one says revival of cinema's cure for Kumawood. This is coming from film producer and director Jackson K. Bentum, father of Ya Jackson. Okay. Ghanaian veteran and award-winning movie director Jackson K. Bentum has once again confirmed that Kumawood's film industry is not dead. Its revival depends on the establishment of cinemas across the country. Bentum believes many assume Kumawood has flatlined simply because movies are no longer sold on CDs. He points out that the industry has evolved just like others around the globe. Speaking to Graphic Showbiz on Friday, July 4, Bentum, who leads a movement aimed at revitalizing the once thriving Kumawood, explained that while other film industries have adapted to screening movies in cinemas, Ghana has not kept pace due to lack of cinema infrastructure. This has resulted in a misconception among the public that the Kumasi film industry no longer exists. He says, Kumawood is not dead. It is just waiting for its moment in the spotlight again. When you look at major film industries such as Bollywood and Hollywood, they have transitioned from physical media to dazzling theater premieres. Here in Ghana, we've also stopped selling CDs, and that's why some people believe the industry is defunct. The real issue is that we lack enough cinemas. If we had more, people would realize the movie industry is still vibrant. The cinematic experience that audiences worldwide cherish must also happen here. And the decline follows years of recovery from industry since the collapse caused by the COVID-19 pandemic restrictions in 2020. But amidst these flickering positives for the industry, Bentum expressed concerns that although the industry faces challenges, stakeholders were more focused on disputes over the patent of Kumawood. So this is coming from Jackson K. Bentum. Let's go on the phone lines now and speak to him. Good morning.
Good morning, Anambo.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing well as well here on Hitz FM. How is Kumawood doing?
Please let me speak my own dialogue so that I can express myself very well.
Okay, you want to go Chi, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's not pay. Na me pacho Kumawood want to say I'm not pay.
But the Kumawood is doing well because we had the Nansen Ekona, which means day in, day out, people are still on set shooting. So, like I said, we are doing well.
Na insini amutwe yi wo Kumawood industry no mu no enkrofo patronize.
Well, anything me interview no because me can be say cinema no high because on say you start cinema from titinina no na ye nton CDs. On so be can near rest revolving na se for so many cinema can see na se for na ye movies so no ba ko be maybe say after 1979 kuno na curfew no ba na me fancy me amamfo ntimi ko cinema ni ade the best thing I see pen for be chances why not see pen ko first na cassette pia monko na ya jun say ye be ko so nti ekọ eba e na producers ni bi ho ha because unse first we yes ni a ansa na obeyi we na delay obeyi Ghana nyina because set obeyi executive first executive ye because executive na Ghana films
Okay.
As the automatic be 3 years no unse ona Ghana films na automatic
yeah
once na what me the bad cinemas na kan na amamfo fi say e delay dudo ti say ye the call cassette so amamfo to ye iska da why not say young quote to cassette. It's from cassette now about to CD. And into over him, we are saying, even baby, you see, I remember say, let's take some industry like Bollywood, Hollywood, and then other woods, no. Or when you know, they are still premium movies. Now, cassette there, remember, the bare last option because we will be it me just name and the bear 1 year, 2 years, and son of the cassette. Into that, primate and a premium on Nana or Medito Moka. Nantimba the Satamana, wrestling at door, not the music, and to a coba say, Sydney, the name is sticky to CD. And I'll be home at this time, the decoders in the bar, no, I'm for you, almost see the Daxina to a good. Almost a hen alcohol, you know. So what I say. In the next coba says, I know, you see a bar. Your bar market, you should just need your hen at the beco. You need to be a beco. Because even see before since in the corner, in your first crack, doom so no buy no, and ma na see no so by style. In the after bar back and I say, and I over yes, so as soon as a major market no okajitia. Na you move okajitia, almost in the phone. They want to delay. The bar back and I say, see the Nina, and the hen I'm beton cities, we two cities here. Let's say go back to cinemas. Cinemas in the over Ghana, remember say. Obakra Western events main cinema and now book myself so me fancy Nansiana fancy edgy moso adi abeka na YouTube and I'm fancy takra sunyazo biwo back ho
enti Kumasi sisi a cinemas no ahene ye wo
you too
okay
Kumasi more and your edgy more
no correct report bi a NFE year for 2023 time om year Africa Cinema Summit no omo kan say Kumasi Ashanti region na population here be 5.4 million and cinema wo hon so mienu se na kan na ana screens no 7 pe screens no 7 uzu se kwan ben so na yebetumi afa ibenya bi aka ho
ntina meka say on say yana de biana empenifo no ye weekly informant na omako obodi scanner ko she baby na scanner e basa indika medie madwim no ebe ya nka government in because individual filmmakers nye easy independent filmmakers no on say obehwa yenye de sika esini sa mebo obi nipa baako memfa say obi ti say Dr. Kwame Nkrumah because meka say on the Ghana films ama ni yo cinema o hwe Ghana ha ara man po adwen ma so o rum say Ghana ni yo films we film ni say atoru so Ghana films kokoro tumu to Accra Ghana films especially bidi akon and about drama troupe na also for daisy drama group na also for daisy ne obram na e Ghana dia Kwame Nkrumah adwen no hu say sini ade a eton man enu nji na Oma investors ba ombisi uhe ombisi rest na sefo na see akọ for me uhe Nigeria just me say good like Jonathan Tam and almost start to see cinemas I say ko Nigeria almost cinemas over 200 and see they say uhe wi ase afana nyina initially na me say yina na Bollywood ye ka quantity sini dodo anomo ya na Bollywood ye na Hollywood second na Nollywood this time Nollywood be first yenka quality quantity yeka sin dodo e twa o wiase nyina Nigeria for be 1 and na abo mo GDP na ohwe yi oil ni fi ho a ade mo musika kese film nti abana nkasa mo musika ye ma producers o mo ye good music mo mo shoot movies ama e se o mo ukọ Nigeria ko mo Netflix Nigeria o Netflix Africa Nigeria for you because on say Netflix no o mo the normal of people ska o mo nya na mo so do music be be shi say obeyo sini nti se government ni betima boahe ye kan ye he records na se ta me ko wansan mo ho ne ade no mo sutu na Nigeria for no yen start Nigeria for ba be ti se fence nafti ni bisu ade record ade ntina na ye trauma Nigeria for so be sign because Nigeria for ya nipa bi o mo su ade o mo ko mani and am here Ghana de tie ne se bibia e delay ne ma Nigeria for hu switch pass se Sydney betwam nti o mo ko to cinemas na again elonji be ya abana mo na o mo cinemas na because ubehwa tede bia no ye beto aba na aban bia pe star e na di o mani star no mo free stars no mo free hen so ati ase nti se ebe ye dia even a baby a be of a stars or the stars business. Omo campaign and the Omo stars. In the other incident, Mama cinema in Konina, Yam Fan Tom, and Timedia, a bit me creative arts, or maybe a Meko Cranka, Yamma cinema, member entertainment, one minister for. You call Nigeria almost, sir. So I just.
Pacho, you one minister for Eddie Pacho. Entertainment.
Yeah, because also creative art for you now, or more permanent, and some maybe a hobby. I choke. Tourism, as so. It's coming to me, no. Kabeyanka, creative art and Minister of Entertainment in Guananka, Andre, Mananka, or Massimus, and also Ghana. Oh,
Metiwasia, Senior Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture, no. Anka, and Numuno, Yeni Minister, Fufro. Or no, or here entertainment.
Yeah, music and movies in Guan.
Movies, ni music in Guan.
Yes.
Na me pacho odwin say no ebe yes a ewo emra amanfo esu say yempe ministers bebri ewo man mu.
I say your ministers who are between the but one say oba dey important pana because we Ghana has here entertainment no boa boys ni bebri momunye mo music nipa egu music na aba from that time na e twa cassette no ni e create more improvement they will help baby started from production. Then you better post production. You better see the almost 20 parodo or 2 CDs. You almost they say creating more improvement. You can make me say I be a major market say if you call Nigeria, I Nigeria say no. I'm a Nigeria say one thing initially say you can be a Nagana for Nigeria for you can find some of the scam and go but true movies I'm man for respecting Nigeria can Nigeria. So they make art matter.
Metiwasie pa.
You go baby na go Viviana even Ubo Ghana film about Nollywood. Almost African movies in na question Nollywood yase. Na any so you start here Nigeria for be free and the engineer that's what air train. You can make me say you Minister of Entertainment in Kwana music and video music and from some you so think about Boama abana ni akohomo.
Mr. Bentum, Oshia Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative Art. Creative art aspect no eno ehwe nyoma na wo kan nyina so ye wo agency kra e masa creative art no enti unsusu se sa hoden na nka ye de bepe ministry ama ne ye wo kan no ye de sa hoden ne kohye creative art agency no mo ebeboa
I won say all this one now mo bada bia ye kwani mu kakra bia e bia start for e wo NF kra ho but ye kwani mu kakra bia ni wo mo just cinema side na akwai tourism nko a said the make art matter
Metiasie.
Okay, Fatima, ye netem biano, today be a complaint. 2 minutes when a bad 2 minutes when music in a year, even music quite a fan say, but on say a broom may be a year chain. And sign a baba to a band and a kaidi. And when I may say, said a very man for better recognizing a morning, come we say a T-cent, you don't come, a self like a better.
Me pacho, me bisa cinema and Koyeno. Wo Ashanti region no so far so we wani hu bia se ba ne so be premiere ni movie e wo cinemas na na attendance not saying
yes obi ati asen say over cinema your producer supposed to investigation na or na research ye kind of movies ya e premiere and yes ni bia na ko premiere ba obi ensan say yen head any producers I can see me can say yeah, sometimes I'm for a confusion between a producer and executive producer. You can't executive producer on or didn't seek a man is producer and choose strong story. You make as much.
Yes, yeah,
cinema will be a premiere, but to me, may come a side. Cinema, my premiere be different because me swine. Although me had them from school, but me need directors I can see organ how we say Kofi Renchi on a director's cousin from Canada. To show no ascend director. Mr. Diomina study so many directors as we are the production. And to me choose story be a man from my first story premiere with the baby mama Tracy Boati production. You bear Mr. President and my bear a Captain Brian Frey. It was in a premiere, but fans say your producers no men fan say where me come side. Me me swing dear who's senior and I'm me for instance, na mo cinema na me see. The minimum senior or the court cinema. And the male have cinema premiere be different. We have Mr. President, a premiere, says watch baby mamma premiere or Vincent Kumasamoa. You in about 5 times, you my action. We have Mr. President, you my action, you couldn't be behind. enye sini bia na fitia na akwa yi ye problem no
Mr. Bentum o se nioma bi wo ho a ye different nti a eno no ma ye premiere sa movies no obetimi a chechire mu ama yesu ade
I want say let's say men obi a me study ade pa why say obi bisa me say go a movie like Ibrahim say me research who say no nipa one of the first person about assignment for the Kwame Nkrumah Gaddafi memfa Gaddafi ta na memfa say social media ni ye nti papa di emrofo so ra no ma betu Kwame Nkrumah ta na ni nti dada etire ya ne hu say not knowing say Kwame Nkrumah etu no true CIA na CIA kan bi American CIA kan bi tu this time no boy ne buy no through social media nti amanfo agina tum ama e dey nti no the whole world there say diaspora black Americans no more US na demonstration tell say no em premier be too boy no such a person why famous a BC da no small boy like 34 years say or 37 no e dey na yesu bet mai and until na metra say am a trace story that nti e dey man bi say na say o check un say e dey na eko
internet say a storyline no ho asem na okay
storyline e kan ne story bia na betwa ko premier man for beba nti me no nti wo so wo so premier sini e so research e dey be na wo be ya man for beba me no sa idea no nti me sini bia me ya ba bia na e be premier bia na say e wo sini be say be tie kan kin su
Mr. Bentum ene say Ashanti region nya eye cinema be ye mako enum e kan ye wo hu a ene ya na mafo abe eye internet nko an omo hwe omo sini we ugidi se omo be kwakọ akwahwe wo premiers yi
on say me ka say that time ye baby mama no am say be 3 years ago that time the same thing now am for buy the president here just 2 years ago am for buy my mini pen dey afa ti be the question say I didn't know be atimi hwe obetimi afa udi code se obehwe phone obetimi afa tini wo phone so phone me no kate obetimi afa film bi afa bia obetimi akọ as of cable to Netflix and other streaming networks no the DNT na nipa beba even brain prayer is almost take it about in sa am for play with the question say even me no ka say ye ne bokina for aka sa almost ye friends of tatra e be premier ye ne aba mu mpanimfo wo bokina faso akasa ye man mpanimfo bi ahwe sini Ghana because ye invite ba me be say too much because of nam and some ba na man for ni say bia ye bi etia bokina president mpanimfo transfer o man kan rom say mbu ahwe ne premier hade ye be ka atma say
metiasie
bi be na obe ya manipa obi etene dem a obeba premier be
me pa cho enu ye big question pa obetimi ebu ama me a
ye ya ma de chen nti sini be na obe ya mamfo efiri ni fi ya kwakọ he
enti no Mr. Bentum enu ni experience na America no se nipa ko no tene dem na bia o hwe sini e wo ni phone so na ni TV so ani se oba BIB ababehwe se bia cinema no experience ben obenya wo cinema nti a onyai se o hwe wo ni screen so na omra cinema ho no na mpese o echechire mu wa hai
on se obi an secret de make atma se me weapon bi kra na me kire wo no o hwe enema ekoso e na be ma obi afili fie so oba be
but any question obetime bu ama yen
a say ntina no say me no and yes, me director keke. I started from somewhere. Me a script writer, and I'm did my producer, and I'm making machine, and I'm saying, "Who's the mechanic?" I'm the director. Omo mi deal with the ejuma, and I'm machine, and I'm did my experience ejuma. And then me choose to start as me ya. Me just started to produce an animal. I get produce an animal also. Yanko. The make out
Matias here.
Na be fa abetwa ndi na matche wo no etwa enema be na ekoso yeso ofisi na ko story bia say obi wo timi kase maso da na ko story obi wo timi kase mo story bi da obe 2 years ago na me no season bia ni sinye
okay mate
yeso ko story bia na wo twa da bi yeso ye research na office ni a me fan say obi betimi fi ni dem ababe so the make asma
Matias here pa last question sana wako no mate say Kumasi ho no filmmakers no ma for me eku bi a mo de dwendwen se na be ya industry no be san page bium sa asem ya wo okay mo adwen ho
is it there are so many things wa share we have afana nyina even oba a presidency ya o mampani ne o yeli do but still have council of state and other people mutu no for say when ya eku bi o metna say Nigeria for mo o say eku no I'm politicians. My main customer means me, let me from. Let me from. Your director will offend John Woo. Where Chinese director on a day slow motion best in him. And it's near. The DNSM you shoot. We will be free to know the two and you know, 2 hands you shoot. On a debate. Or start here, where your friend a hard ball. Yeah, monster the killer. That time I started yesterday from America for Hollywood. I'm more conform to plan you. In the moment on plan no, I call him. Over high. They brought him to China. I'm only from China to Hollywood. Or that is my friend who we are going to have hard target. But I'm not near. And yeah, Mission Impossible 2. And over Blackjack. And over Face Off. That is our Face Off on Titanic. I'm call competition Titanic. Award no in a German match. One will be second. Winning. Before I say, remember say no China on it 21 city. I mean 10 times. On it buy. Only that time we now. Before some go back to China, no one does you know a couple. America for Argentina, America for studying them. Almost studying them. Obi good. Because Argentina be Abraham Atako. Because Abraham Tower ha. Ebi a bit in the Matuman Destiny, Egina. The American Martin.
Metias
O ma be fan de neko. Ti America for etapo. Obi great will be an nako. Ti se when you go from better say plan ya. Okay? Before I say Nigeria from the from. Ya na man for the credit ni koma ejeko say ejeko nyo. Enye ejeko me America will be me. Miracle from any nipa for being a transit. I didn't see Nigeria for BTA. Then me advise Miracle say I didn't see for concert. But concert one it was free. That time not a bela someone kokuchumesi na order that. Then you bring a jeko must see me at the back you be from your friend asoleba. You be from don't tell it what was one the killing Nigeria from this one jeko from better plan and unti say young planet a quite baba so I near man. Nigeria for be Nigeria for switch fast. But you ain't binti. Into make us you need from industry in this structure. And this time I'm planning I be any man connect sana banti sana is the plan say o my board be o so better and ya a kwan be paso yes from industry meet na pega nti di aduma bi ai ni aduma mu kwase o producer wana no bwa
sape pepe
ya on benefo mu ne story bi ana kofa ana wo kana mbwa
debi ntisa
se wa nyan kofo better say plan for bi a member say company na ebe kofo mu de make asma
Metias me pa
ya fe ni plan na ye
okay enti wo sa ku ne ho wa hu
da men kan ho metachi
na minister regional minister Shanti regional minister meeting of filmmakers the ukobi
me ko bi ni nyina me ko bi
nanso committee ni de wo nka ho
dabi
yamfre wa na say una na mpese obeka ho
oh yeah say obi a we willing bia say obeka obeka board bia but me anko bi kwajo so lewe so anko because here no ye say actually because say you see ekonu ye na ye nyango fon bet me ye juma na na faja say ye ya na no yeah time be say dey time much na dey bi o me bia dey bi go see fi obi na ye dey
Why is a council of elders no hu?
But what say?
Me say why is a council of elders no hu?
Yes, I know be ni be say.
Me pacho enche bia na Samdakus be kan say eye edin kuma wood no. Ompini me obi anyusi. Saa ekuo na mwatene kra ompini ma mu fa kuma wood nto so esan say ne dia. Saa se mu wate na wate ye no fa ne sen.
Wana mo. The best obi ate ate say undimi fa kuma senya wodi o. There obi no betima fa no obi no betima fa Hollywood nipa ba ko ntimi mfa de make asma se ene ka kuma wood e kuma se kuma wood wo betima register bi aso so because ye wo kuma wood ono de na e kuma wood akoben
ai
eno sa kuma wood academy ye kuma wood gold ye kuma wood silver movement ye industry no ba so to nye nipa ba ko dia kuma wood from industry nye obi adia de make asma se
metiase
kuma so ntimi mfa santene nkwa na otumi so baka se kuma de mu bia mfa kuma because kuma ne ene dia wood no de obi industry bia isu na me wa
o se edin no ono de baaye na wa register nso
wa register for akoben for events na wo What's me for Kumasi there with Diana? The one over there can't match it.
Metia say, but say Edini Kumawood, Edini Kumasi.
If you make from school, different or this need be a Kumasi, am I, you know, what do you mean Kumasi Kumawood and India? What's my register? Or only the Kumawood, I could be with women's industry best of any papa.
No correct.
Kumasi Kumawood and India. What's my Kumasi Odia? Only as America. Because we register there, or register, I didn't do a register new. Or register, okay, if I could register, I couldn't register new. The Kumawood Akobin Awards and Okumo Academy, and Obi Kumawood Silver, Obu Kumawood Gold. And they are going to Kumawood in tremendously. Who better than one for Saudi? And I'm one of the American man.
Nana, one of him, Wakasa Bibiano Pina. Yebe wasi say ne wajibe na oni akasa or Hitz FM so yeda ase bebre. Okay, you just heard Jackson K. Bentum. He is a movie producer and director in Kumasi, and he was responding to a story about him on Graphic Showbiz, and he's saying that the only cure for Kumawood is to have cinemas or revive the cinema culture. Let me start with you. Ria, you were listening to him, attentively.
Mr. Kwamidati.
Yes, Ria Nakwa.
I was listening to him attentively because, I'm part of the industry, so I like to listen to what our older heads think about the industry and the trajectory they want it to move towards. Now, I am very happy that he spoke very honestly about Kumawood. And one thing that stuck with me about what he said, I mean, in the very beginning, it sounded as if he said, okay, the cinema is the only solution.
Okay.
But in my head, I was like, if you point one finger at someone, the rest are pointing at you. So what type of movies are you churning out? And then he said, it isn't every movie that you premiere.
And you agree with him on that?
100%.
Good.
Hands down. And one thing he said, he was saying that made me happy was that posterity will be a judge of it because he has done it and he has been successful with it with a couple of movies that he has churned out, Kumawood movies that he has churned out, and he got a lot of patronage from, the general public to go watch.
Yeah.
Now, one thing, growing up in Ghana and experiencing Kumawood, one thing that I would say was my biggest problem was their storylines, which he also spoke about, and the quality of the movies. The actors, hands down, beautiful actors from Mac Brown to Lewin. I grew up with Ejako, Billa Samoa, all those people. And I would stop anyway. It got to a point, I don't know what equipment they were using to shoot. People used to laugh at them. I mean, I have seen people use iPhones to shoot movies before. So I wouldn't say it's a bad thing to use an iPhone so far as it looks good and the settings are right. You can use it to shoot a movie. Now, the problem is the angles, the texture of the film, sometimes sound quality. It was just bad. It was just bad. It was as if someone would just get up and say, hey, you come, hey, stand here. And you and I know it goes beyond that.
Yeah.
And then now, coming back to present times, it's as if most Kumawood actors have become skit makers. When they realized that Kumawood wasn't, or the movie industry was going downhill, it became like, oh, how are the boys going to survive? How are the girls going to survive? So now they started with, skit making. I'm not saying skit making is bad, but if a whole industry just crumbles and goes into just skit making, I think there's a problem somewhere. So I 100% agree with Mr. Jackson K. Bintum that we should revive cinemas. I mean, reviving cinemas, whether it's been Gollywood, what are we calling it now?
The last name we had was Black Star Films. It was rejected.
One country. How many names for our movie industry? We've divided the movie industry into two.
You know there is Tollywood in Tamale.
You know that?
You know there is Bollywood in the Volta region.
Look at the superpowers.
Go and explore.
Yeah,
You'll find out.
Listen. Look at the superpowers in the world.
Yeah.
When it comes to movies, Nollywood, Bollywood,
yeah,
Hollywood. Do you hear? Even Nigeria,
but under Bollywood, there are
subwoods.
There are subwoods under Bollywood.
I haven't heard it before.
Oh, you go check it out.
The movies I watch are Bollywood. The movies I watch from Nigeria are Nollywood. The movies I watch from United States of America come from Hollywood.
Yes.
So I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
So there could be subsets from different regions. I'm not saying that. But the fact that they've decided that, I'm taking myself out. As for me, this is what I'm doing here. Nobody should come. Nobody should, join. Nobody should even talk about mine because you haven't invested any money in it. It's not going to help. Listen, one thing that the Nigerians have been doing that I really admire is the fact that they bring their stories from the olden days.
Okay.
And then they shoot it, and I mean, everybody watch Anikulapo.
Yeah.
You understand? And the King's Horsemen. Now, you watch it and you are like, okay, this is a Yoruba movie, or this is an Igbo movie, this is a Benin State movie, this is whatever. Like, different people from all tribes in the movie industry come and shoot. So right now, if we are shooting a movie about, let's say, the northern Ghana and Ashanti, the trade routes and whatever. I'm just saying, I'm just stating a scenario.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we not going to pick actors from Tamale or the northern parts of Ghana? Are we not going to pick actors from Kumawood? So now, what will we call? Which association are we going to call them into, or are we going to blend them into? What are we going to call them?
I understand you.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me. Everybody wants to be a king in his own castle and doesn't want to dip his hands into the affairs of other people. And that is what is tearing the industry apart.
I agree with you on that. Before we continue, I mentioned the sub-industries under Bollywood. There is Tollywood, which is the Telugu cinema based in Hyderabad, one of the largest film industries in India. There is Kollywood, and that is the Tamil cinema based in Chennai, known for its strong storytelling, technical finesse, and socially conscious themes. They have Mollywood, they have Sandalwood, among others, under Bollywood.
But even Nigeria has Asabawood.
Okay.
Which is the I think the Igbo part, the Igbo businessmen and executive producers like the Bishop Zokos and all. We know about that.
Okay.
But when they
the
get
bigger picture,
yes, when they get to the international market, what do
you
call
market
them? What do they call them? What do they call Ghanaians? The Ghanaian movies. When we put it on the
it's called Ghana Films. It is called Ghana Films.
Or Ghanaian movies.
As it was named way back.
Or Ghanaian movies.
Maybe.
You understand me?
Yeah.
So, what is all this? I'm part of this. I'll just support them in this, but I'm not part. Like it's getting frustrating. It's getting frustrating, and we are relatively new in the industry. We are coming. We need the mentorship of old heads. I always say this. So if we see what you are doing and we decide that, forget it.
Did you say we are new in the industry? We've been in it since the King Ampau's
I understand.
times.
I understand where.
Then we dipped.
Yes. No, I'm not saying Ghana.
Okay.
I'm saying some of us coming
okay.
out.
Okay.
You understand?
Right.
We are new in the industry, relatively. Okay. And we get up and our old heads is a mess. Every single time we talk about the Ghana movie industry, I hear of a new association. Do you understand? I hear of a new association. So who am I going to? Where am I? Like, the bureaucracy is too much. It's too much noise. Let's come together. Let's form a single. Fine. If you want your Tollywood, your Bollywood, and what again?
And
Every wood.
Rhea Wood.
All the woods. If you want, fine. But at least let's form a single stem. You understand me?
Yeah.
So that when we come out and I say, okay, I need an actor that speaks fluent Ewe. I know where to go.
That should be the NFA. That should be the National Film Authority.
Another association.
It's not an association.
Okay.
It's a government institution.
A government institution.
Yeah.
Okay, but then are they responsible for talent?
For regulation, rather.
Regulation, exactly. So, regardless, I'll have to go to the source.
Okay.
You get me? So if I want an actor that is good when it comes to Dagomba, an actor that knows how to curate or knows how to knows the culture of a particular ethnic group, I know exactly where to go, and I will not go through people, different stages, and this I don't deal with this director. I don't know. Let's just come together. The togetherness is what is making other people move. I mean, there's fights there, but we don't. It's not so impactful as the mess that is happening now.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Rhea Anakwa. Martinez. Cinemas. Are you sure if they are provided, people will patronize them?
Let me start this way. Some time ago, leaders of Kumawood went to Bishop Daniel Obinim for prayers. I don't know if you remember. That's what was going on was spiritual. So they went for prayers.
Yes. I remember.
Yes.
And
it was a big issue.
No, I remember.
Trust Ghanaians and Africans.
I remember.
Again, there was a story that because they disrespected Ijako, so the movie industry is down at Kumawood.
Okay.
So they need to go and apologize to Ijako and bring him back.
That has also been cited.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, there's cinema revival issue. Aside that, Sam Daku said there's no movie industry. Kumawood belongs to. So where are we going? Kwame, where are we going? Are we lost or what? Because one point it is this, like, we found the problem.
Solution.
Yes.
Yeah.
So once we are able to solve the problem, that's it. Then we turn to another thing. It's like every time we are talking something different. So when I look into all these areas that has been raised or has been touched as being the solution, and yet we are still encountered with the challenges, and it's like we are not actually realizing the problem, or we don't even know what we are about, because it's one thing from another, and it's like anybody assess what he feels is a challenge, and then raise it, make it like it's a representation of the whole.
He's called on government to provide the cinemas. Must it always be government?
That's also another thing. But you see, Kwame, however, the cinema revival is very important.
Very important.
Very, very, very important. Not just for Kumawood, but
not just building of the cinemas, but the cinema culture, the cinema going culture is very important.
I think it's there.
It's never died.
Yes, we just have to, put in much effort, because whether we like it or not, as an industry, we cannot do without the cinema culture. Back in the day, you and I know how it used to be. I remember we had a provision. In fact, my mom had a provision shop opposite a cinema back in the days.
Yeah.
And sometimes you leave.
Even Koforidua, there is Rio Cinema, Koforidua. I think every region had one also.
My mom used to go to, when I was a kid in Tema, my mom used to go to Vision 66.
Yes.
In Tema Comty 7.
So you see, so it's a national thing we're talking about here, not
Exactly.
Accra, not just Kumasi. Because the report I read to Jackson, the NFA report, the other regions don't have cinemas now as we speak. It's now only Accra.
I think Vision 66, the last time I checked, had turned into a church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Greater Accra has 4 cinemas as of 2023. I don't know if there's been any addition with cinema screens of 13. Ashanti region has 2. Cinema screens of 7. Central region 0. Eastern 0. They're all the rest 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
But Kwame, sorry, Martinez, but Kwame, do you remember when? Well, I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, I remember there were cars with projectors,
Yes.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That would drive into towns, cities,
true,
and you
true.
hear children screaming, "Free show, free show, free show!" You know, and then they will go and sit. Like people didn't care. People would bring plastic chairs from their houses, benches. Children will take their mother's cloth, put it on the floor, sit on the floor, and just watch. So it's let me just
Martinez, please
Yeah,
continue.
so Kwame, as I was saying, for me, back in the days, my mom will leave the shop for me, and then immediately I see the cinema opened. Some way, somehow, I find myself in there.
You will leave the
I
shop
will leave the
and
shop.
go.
I'll leave the
Afra
shop.
Bon.
You know, there was a saloon next to us, so I would just tell the woman she should just, take notice of the shop for me. In 5-10 minutes, I'll be back. And so when my mom comes and asks her, "Where's Chrissy?" and she said, "Oh, I'll say, oh, bad." My mom knows that.
Alcohol.
I'll be there, and then by the time I realize, she'll be shouting.
I hope you didn't take your mommy's coins to go watch.
Oh, that I did some. That I did because 12:30 Saturday, 12:30, dear Charlie. You couldn't have missed it. So I used to.
Oh my God.
That is where I developed even the passion for movies. And we were watching almost every latest movie at a time. And sometimes you watch it at the cinema, you go out there, go and buy the cassette.
Okay.
And I remember how people used to fight over cassette because someone has gone for the cassette to go watch the movie, and he or she is refusing to bring it back. And then you will turn into a banter and all of that. It tells you how we were into
video libraries or something like that. Yeah.
But now I understand things have changed. The world has evolved now. But it doesn't mean we should kill certain elements.
Cinema culture
of
is
the game.
vibrant
Because,
elsewhere
look,
in developed film
I believe
industries.
that even in every community, if there's a cinema, it will help. Every community. Because look, sometimes people go and sit at a pub, at a sports, just to have fun, relax. You can also go to the cinema if there's one in your community or your area. Maybe after church, when you are free, you can go watch a movie. It's not necessarily being the latest movie, but the culture itself. If it's there, people will go.
Okay.
Yes. So the question you asked about always calling on government, I think it's too much. Some of these people are very influential in the space. How are they also using their influence to get investors, build, if it's maybe a 200-seater capacity auditorium.
An investor should be assured that he or she will get return on investment.
Exactly. Because look, Kwame, if you invest, definitely you are going to make it. Because there will be movies premiering.
Yeah.
People will patronize. People will go there. When you go to the Silverbird Cinema, people are still going there. Kwame, my last point. You see, talking about having a minister specifically for the arts.
Okay, the points he raised.
Yes. I believe there's been a balance, although there has been that concern that, they should, have a specific minister or even the ministry should be separated. But then I think, like Honorable Marco Krekumate was with Dr. Awal, so one way or the other, Honorable Mark was representing the arts itself.
Okay.
Now there's Jifar Gumashi. How are they able to table their conversation with Jifar? Because Jifar is from the art background, in fact, the movie background. So I think she will also understand that area that much. And I also believe government should create enabling environment for foreign producers, investors to come into the space. At the end of the day, it's just by making that atmosphere conducive for them to come.
All right.
Once they are able to shoot 1 or 2 movies here, it's a way of also projecting us. But we shouldn't forget that selling the Gamma films, that studio was, in fact, to me, I think it's the beginning of all this, but we didn't realize it.
All right.
Because right now we don't have studios.
Thank you very much,
We've been promised
Martinez.
ultra-modern studios, And to date,
Thank you very
we are
much.
not having it.
The issue of we getting a separate ministry for movies, I think it doesn't sit well with me because it appears we've limited what creative arts is. Tourism, culture, creative arts, they are co-terminus. They are linked. So most times we have events or we have activities in the tourism world and the creative industry benefits.
Of course, that's why I said there's even a balance.
So
So-
when people call, they call for separation. I
Because
think
they feel they are not
we
seeing
should
much.
rather channel the energy into building or strengthening the creative arts agency, the NFAs, to make sure that things work out. Adam Mensah Chotome is here. 2nd August is approaching. Hello, good morning, my brother. How are you doing?
At the grace.
Anytime you mention
You don't
something,
sound
yes,
sound happy this morning. Why?
I said by the
We have a
grace.
few days to your big day, your wedding, 2nd August. You should be happy.
So that's what the 2nd August is about.
Oh, but it's no news now.
Oh, I see.
You should be happy.
It's short of words.
Are you happy now?
By the grace.
You will be happy.
By the grace.
Adam, Jackson Bentum.
Yeah, Kwame, I've listened to what he said. I remember during in the heat of the collapse of the Kumawood movie industry, I went to Kumasi and spoke to a lot of the distributors among producers there.
Yeah.
Kwame, most of them. I mean, that was a time most of them had turned their distribution shops into selling multi-TV sets and other things. You know, some were selling phones. I went to some of the shops, they converted it to, I mean, big distributors in Kumasi, Danfo, BA, among others. You know, and from the research I did, I did a story on it. Spoke to me about a lot of factors contributing to the state. And Kwame, cinema wasn't one of the only challenge. The challenge is multifaceted.
Okay.
You know, don't think that cinema is a means to an end. Now, when you put in place a cinema and you don't do quality movies, you don't do quality story. You know, I've always said that post-purchase is the most crucial aspect in the purchase decision making. When after you produce or experience the thing, whether you would love to experience it again or not, that can even at the end kill the sector, especially when the productions are whack. I mean, people create a very wrong or bad reviews to the extent that if you are premiering movies, people will not go even watch. I mean, so there are a lot of things that people we need to check. I mean, so they shouldn't focus too much on the cinema. They themselves, they need to check their productions among others. That aside, I mean, we know of other platforms which also bring money. In advanced countries, it is not only about the cinemas. I mean, the theatrical releases. There is a video on demand, these streaming platforms, the home entertainment where people purchase DVDs among others.
Yeah.
I mean, so how do they take advantage of all of these distribution platforms? There are some cinemas around. How are they taking advantage? I've heard some of the producers, Kwame, who will say that they wanted to show their film at the Silverbird, and they said they didn't meet the quality and other things. They already has it. Some don't even want that agreement that the cinema, this person is taking this and they say, me and Miko try movie. He doesn't want the agreement. At the opening free. Into your number, you know, Yanisika. So, like, the cinema doesn't solve just the problem.
Yeah.
I mean, you are calling for is an investment. When they invest in that, and now there is an agreement which has to be made, these same people will come and say, Ada me and me see ko try me movie. Oh, person or Jimmy say, then I'll contribute to you. I mean, so they shouldn't solely. What are they doing? How well are they taking advantage of the already existing cinemas among other distribution channels? I mean, they need to. It's not like people don't watch movies. People watch. If it's about some streaming platforms like Netflix, among others, can't they try and meet the qualities and do productions? Can't they make efforts to also, get some funds from there to do productions? I mean, how well is the other side of the sector taking advantage of? So we shouldn't
Can I say
put
something
all
to
our
that?
focus.
Can I say something to that? What he just said.
Please let him finish.
No,
Continue.
Makes you come in.
I wanted
Makes
to
you
say
come in.
something to what she
Okay,
just said.
please.
You know, when you go to the big movie producers, let me use Nigeria as an example. Most of the times, okay, when they bring out movies, the first point of contact is the cinemas. Okay, they make money off the cinemas before, after a year or a couple of months, they put it on streaming platforms. You understand
Yeah.
me? So I just don't want us to downplay the importance. I'm not saying
Of
that
the
you are
cinema.
downplaying it, but I'm just saying that let's not downplay the importance of cinema.
That's not the point.
Because cinemas make a lot of money for movie producers. And I get the part where he was saying that they didn't want to share the money with the
I'm
movie
saying
theaters.
the existing cinemas.
Yeah.
How well have we taken from that side? How well have you taken advantage of the existing cinemas?
They're still premiering.
The ones we have, the silver beds,
Of course. How many times have you seen Kumawood premieres at Silverbed in Accra? We have Silverbed.
Maybe they have a niche audience, and you can't fault them for that.
No, but it's
maybe that's something we can get into and get the figures, the
Yeah.
box office.
Yeah.
We are all
And-
here.
yeah.
And we see the kind of people who there are other there is a cinema in Kumasi, SGMO.
Yeah, he mentioned.
There are productions from Accra here who have helped go there, do premieres. So they can. Why should you, if you want money, why should you do a movie for just a particular niche? Why can't you also tap into the Accra market? People from Accra are coming into your territory.
Like what Lewin did with his A Country Called Ghana.
Exactly.
Did in
He came
Accra,
to National
Kumasi.
Theatre, So that I want them to take more advantage of the existing one, because don't think that it will not only be government, it will be private sector, and the private sector will want to see. He wants to see a market before he moves the investment in. So, let them see the market. And when that investment is done, they should ensure that standard practice is adhered to, where we wouldn't hear those stories they've been telling us. And they should also ensure that productions and storylines are, because cinema no dying. Ankofo behwe sine wo screen kese so enti sine ni nko ye a dan no china ye beba ne mu be empty. So as we are pushing for such things, we need to ensure that we are keeping our home well, so that we will not go and display certain things which will rather even kill the cinema court Accra.
Okay, so this is for Kumawood, but I think we should also think about the other industries in the various regions. I mentioned Tollywood in the beginning. Tollywood in 2016 produced a movie called Peli. You've heard of Azali before?
Yeah, Azali. Yes.
Kwabena Jansa's film,
Yeah.
which was even shortlisted for the Oscars.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yes.
Beautiful film.
Yeah.
It was in Dagbani.
Yes.
Yes. Beautiful film. But it appears
They
now.
didn't have a lot of northern actors in it,
Exactly.
apart from the protagonist,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
That's
And
where I was hitting from.
Yes.
Because if we had northern actors,
Yes.
okay, the diction, the flair
Yeah.
of the movie, it would have been smoother. I mean, Auntie Akofe Jani and is it Ajeti Anan?
Okay.
Yeah, they're fantastic actors. You can't fault them
At
with
all.
anything when it comes to acting. But they did tremendously by, learning the dialect. But I would have wanted a typical Dagbani woman or man
Okay.
to do it. But, the movie was set out there in Accra.
Yeah.
So the Accra or city roles could have gone to them too. You understand? But I expected to see, a more authentic homegrown. There were a few people in there who were speaking it fluently, but when it's like when you're watching Hollywood movies and you hear the African accent.
Okay.
It's so like appalling to you because I'm a Ghanaian and I don't speak like that. I have a brother who is Nigerian and he doesn't speak like that. So these are some of the things we also have to get right. I don't think we have to get every single thing to the T because Hollywood is also making mistakes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Kwame,
So the
talking
national agenda is what I'm concerned about. Kumawood is talking, but that is for their industry in Kumasi or in the Ashanti region. But the national agenda, as in the small film industries across the country, should be empowered.
Yes, Kwame, I agree. For me, I think even the state television should come out with an initiative to empower all these, industry you're talking about.
In what way?
To show some kind of TV series that they could show. I mean, like I say, in Dagbani, like a TV series. That would be
I remember
rotation.
Akan
Akan Drama.
and there was
From that
the
side. So
one.
We've been there before.
Yes.
We've been there
at
before.
that time, look at the time of the day it was shown. Prime time. I mean, those productions were shown prime time. And that's why, now we have a lot of influx of other TV programs, foreign TV programs coming. Now, it is why it is important that we need to ensure that we pass the broadcasting bill, which ensures that, at prime time, you cannot show a certain foreign content. So that will bring a demand for local production. And, the environment will be created. It doesn't even have to do with Ghana television creating, segment for people to do things. Now, the environment will be created.
Yeah.
Joy Prime will be looking for it. This platform will be looking, because the laws or the broadcasting guidelines is saying this. And the demand will be very high.
I get what you are saying.
So the people who are the key stakeholders who will be impacted by this should show interest by putting pressure on the authorities to ensure the passage of the broadcasting bill. Because, even it goes to even address some of these GAMRO issues. Because, as part of the laws, if you are renewing your licensing with the NCA, they need to ensure that you've paid what is due GAMRO, royalties among others. You've honored all those obligations. GAMRO doesn't have to come and take people to court. So those who are key stakeholders, they have not paid critical attention to the broadcasting bill, and over the years have not shown interest in the broadcasting bill, and they need to be up and doing.
Okay. Finally.
Until the bill is passed, the programs managers over there should also be intentional about this, because whether we like it or not, you represent
the station.
Yes, you represent the states, and so there should be that innovative, strategy to project all the, especially when we are talking about protecting our heritage and our culture and all of that. We shouldn't wait for the broadcasting bill. There should be that, deliberate move, intentional. Like I said, raising more talent there. Maybe I might not see that on other television stations or network, but when I tune into the state-owned television station, I should be able to see those, because the market is there. They should lead the way. They should drive it until the bill is passed. But if we are all waiting for it before we make a move, then how is the state entity ensuring, this initiative happens? How are we going to go about it?
All right.
How are we protecting our culture?
Thank you, Martinez. We have some of your messages right here. And so this morning we've spoken about the fact that we've all agreed that we need more cinemas. Governments can do its part. We need private individuals to also come in and help. And then, but they should produce good movies.
Because good movies are also being produced.
We need a lot of that.
Listen,
and then the national agenda is paramount.
Movies have to meet standards.
Exactly.
Because when you I always compare. Let me just compare the Nigerians again. Unfortunately, but I have to. I remember one time I was watching a normal commentary on social media, and then one Nigerian, the one speaking, said, this person has turned himself into Inspector Bediako. And I was like, wait a minute. Are you trying to say that these people were consuming our content back in the day? Because, I mean, every single person who knows Ghana cinema knows Inspector Bediako. You get it? So I was like, wait a minute. But now, when you come in, like, into the present day, everything, even when it comes to I like to, watch movies on the local movies on Netflix, and then YouTube. You compare it, and the Nigerians are producing very good movies on Netflix. Right. But then there are equally good movies on YouTube
as well. Yeah.
You understand me? And they have a market for every single person.
All right. So this is what I was saying, that all of these distribution channels are there.
Okay.
They should take advantage of the distribution.
All right. Let me take some messages here. This one, Jackson Bentum. Okay. This one says, please tell Ria Vision 66 is community 8, not 7 from Manatee.
It's together.
All right. Emil Smith, good morning. And then from Fomba OK Nyei, I'm watching you live from Makpuma Town, Grand Cape Mount. Okay. And okay, so let me tell you something about Franco Trading Enterprise. And it's